Hi, I'm Sansha and I'm a musician, comedian, performer. Should I do that again?
Yeah.
Okay. Just think what I'm going to say. Okay, hi, I'm Sansha. I'm a singer, producer, comedian. Why are you laughing? Okay, well, I first started making music because music was just in my house everywhere I looked, because my mum was a music teacher and she taught piano after school. So there was just music all the time. And my siblings played music, like played instruments, and I wanted to be like them.
Time after time.
So I started playing the violin when I was 5. Then I started playing the trumpet, and then singing was last, funnily.
Because it is wrong to need.
Do you know what my earliest musical memory is? Is that I was such a fidgeter when I would learn violin, that my violin teacher, she was a legend. She used to get a wooden board and she drew around my feet, and I had to keep my feet on the foot drawings because I wouldn't stay still. I think I was literally like running around the room with my violin like a nut job. I wrote a really, really bad song when I was like 10. Eat what you want and eat what you please. Take the temptation to the cheese and everyone surrender to your diet. I was a pioneer. That's body positivity, that is. I found my diary from 2009 the other day, and there were some songs in there. And oh my God, one of them was really cringe. It was all like, I'm gonna smoke until I drop dead. My dad never smokes. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say I like realised it. I think I always just thought I was going to do it because I didn't bother with anything else. So I didn't even think about it. I just like came out like, yeah, music. Then it never changed. So my process is really weird in that I hear the whole soundscape all at once in my head.
I just wanna leave.
So then I try and like emulate what I can already hear in my head. So I'll hear like the strings, like the beat, like the vibe, everything, the bass. And then I like just do that. I kind of like almost like write every element at once, and it like happens in my head. I normally really like adding loads of harmonies, like close harmonies, because I love like the Carpenters, like that 70s like vocoder sound. Normally that is happening. I think I flip-flop a lot, but I would say most of my stuff is like, yeah, synthy, indie, alternative pop. Yeah, so basically on stage, I tell a funny story and then I sing a song that is to do with the story. So it's all connected. But that whole thing happened initially in the first place by accident, because I was explaining my songs, because I feel like most songs aren't gonna hit the way that I want to hit without the context. So I initially just started telling my stories just to explain my songs, but then people just kept laughing.
People say that distance makes the heart grow fonder, but I want to add to that by saying that it makes you also delusional. This is the creepiest song I've ever written. I'm really ashamed of it. It's about a man that I met literally once, and it's called Love. From a distance.
And then one day, a venue owner was like, I didn't know you were going to do comedy. And I was like, I didn't think I was doing comedy. And then it just sort of became deliberate, and now it's like a deliberate part of the way I perform. So like when I have like a headline show, like a show that I've written and like devised, it will normally go through like a plethora of emotions. So there'll be bits where people are laughing, bits where I'm like want people to be moved. So it's kind of just like, I'm just like pressing people's buttons, really. I actually think that my favourite visuals I've done is my music video for The Moon, which is when I did like street interviewing before that was a thing. And I was recording people's reactions to my song on camera. But that was kind of like, it was like years ago. And that was before that was like a really popular thing. So I feel like everyone's reactions was quite genuine. And Dream Dancer, when I did the music video for Dream Dancer. That was really fun. Because I just had all my friends in a room doing karaoke. And I felt like I was like the fluffer. Because I had to keep like getting people in the zone, like, hey, someone else go, yeah, you can do it, go! Like giving people drinks, like go back in. I never used to write about like someone else's story. It was always stuff that had happened to me, but I've recently started singing about things that have happened to other people that I know. Yeah, Clement is about someone very close to me, who I sometimes worry about him. But I changed the name. Clement is not, I don't know anyone called Clement.
That's attention for you. It's crazy. You were up and you were just a little baby.
Clement's like, Clement weather is when like you've got really nice weather. Clement is like pleasant. And this person I find very Clement. Like when he walks in the room, like lights it up, like sunshine. So he is a Clement person. Are you gonna cry?
No. It's nice.
Fix it all stitch by stitch and be done with it.
The way that I see myself like continuing to form is that I want to just like keep merging my different like parts of me as a performer. So like comedy, like theatricalness, the instruments, the music, like keep fusing it into this like one type of like way that I perform. And I just want to keep making it more theatrical. I love like creating a world in my head, and like I love writing shows. That's like my favorite thing that I do is writing my shows.